What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 800 subscribers, of course. We stuck on 797, so subscribe. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Ben Simmons. And I saw a comment by Stephen A. talking about how Ben Simmons, he would never let up on Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons is a bust. And that just had me thinking, like, what do we characterize a bust? Because I feel like Ben Simmons' career, I feel like you would be right to call it a disappointment for a player that was compared so highly to being the next LeBron James, and then obviously him on that career trajectory, and then him making a scary pass for an attempt to go to the conference finals. I feel like that just changed his career alongside the back injuries he's obviously faced with. Obviously his confidence went way down. So when you look at a player like Ben Simmons, you can't just help but notice the disappointment. But to go on your platform and just overall call Ben Simmons a bust, I just really feel like that makes no sense at all. A 6'10 point guard who obviously could not shoot the ball, or was scared to shoot the ball, as some people would say, but a 6'10 point guard with floor general skills, all elite defense, one of the best guard defenders of all time, in my opinion, or anybody, like 1 through 5, Ben Simmons was able to guard it all. When he was in transition, it was really hard to stop Ben Simmons too, because you have to watch out for him punching it on you, or he has the floor vision to obviously make a behind the back pass to Joel Embiid, or find shooters like JJ Redick during the 2019 season. That's why when I look at the 2019 76ers, I do think that was their best chance to obviously win and go compete for an NBA championship, because what did it come down to? A Kawhi Leonard lucky 3-point shot, and who won the chip that year? Kawhi Leonard in the Toronto Raptors. And when I'm looking at Ben Simmons, I feel like I made a video talking about how Ben Simmons left the NBA. He's not retired yet. He might come back. But when you look at Ben Simmons, you just can't help but feeling bad. Like, for a player that was basically on top of the world, won Rookie of the Year, that's still debatable, because some people love to say that Donovan Mitchell should have won it. Maybe I was one of those people when I was younger, but when I'm growing up, you realize Ben Simmons was doing it all. Ben Simmons, from day one during that 2018 season, he came in there and impacted the 76ers huge, dramatically. And that built the duo of Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. That's why in 2026, I just can't help but think sometimes about what if that duo would have worked. How would Ben Simmons' career would go? And I feel like in one of those Mike Corazemba videos he used to make, where he used to says, what if Ben Simmons never got injured? What if Ben Simmons never passed it up to Trae Young? I feel like that could be an interesting idea. But when you look at Ben Simmons, a player that's been a 3-time All-Star, a Rookie of the Year, all defensive first team selection multiple times, All NBA 2020, All NBA selection 2020, a second in Defensive Player of the Year to Rudy Gobert in 2021, before obviously the drop off of his career. You look at a player that's obviously been good in the NBA. But like I said earlier, like, what do we consensus, or what do we call a bust? Because I wouldn't call a player that was an all-star, that had great potential, who obviously showed what he could be capable of doing, I wouldn't consider that a bust. Because I feel like some people consider Greg Oden a bust, and I wouldn't consider Greg Oden a bust, because his rookie season, his college, like, he was fucking nasty. People were saying, what if the Trailblazers took KD #1? But that wasn't a choice, if you want me to be honest with you. Greg Oden was nice. Greg Oden was nasty in his rookie season. We were playing with LaMarcus Aldridge, playing with Brandon Roy. Where the fuck did I just get Ben from? But when you look at a player like Greg Oden, you look at injuries derailing a career. You look at Brandon Roy, even injuries derailing a career. You look at, I feel like when you consider bust, I feel like you should consider probably Patrick Williams. That's probably the first name to come to mind. Johnny Flynn maybe, but Johnny Flynn was nice in college, so yeah, I would call him a bust. I'm thinking about somebody else. He was drafted to the Charlotte Bobcats, but damn, y'all might know who I'm talking. Adam Morrison, I think that's his name. But when you look at bust in the recent century, like, I really do feel like Ben Simmons is not a part of that list, and I do think a lot of people will agree with me. Maybe y'all have the opinion, y'all have the same opinion of Stephen A. that y'all think Ben Simmons is a bust, and hopefully y'all can be persuaded by me to tell y'all that he's not a bust whatsoever. Maybe you were let down by Ben Simmons. I feel like that's probably what you think of Ben Simmons, but to overall call his career a bust, I would really just think that doesn't make sense. His rookie season, he averaged 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, shooting 54.5% from the field. 2018-19 season, he averaged 17 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 7.5 assists, shooting 56% from the field. Their best season, his first All-Star appearance. In the 2019-2020 season, he averaged 16.5 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. His 2021 season, I feel like his best defensive season, he averaged 14.5 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 6.5 steals, 6.5 assists. My bad, I don't know why I said steals, but he had 2.5 steals that year, and 0.6 blocks per game. The season before, actually, 2019-20 season was his best defensive year. But Giannis won Defensive Player of the Year that season. I thought 2020-2021 was his best chance to win Defensive Player of the Year when it was him and Rudy Gobert. But you look at a player with career numbers at Ben Simmons, you wouldn't consider a player like that a bust. So for Stephen A. to be calling him a bust, I think maybe you should label Ben Simmons in the careers of disappointments, but at the same time, he did have a back injury, which derails some of your athleticism, and Ben Simmons' game is relied on athleticism. And it's not Michael Porter Jr., who obviously has to play with a back brace to obviously hoop. So Ben Simmons playing with that back brace isn't going to be the same as Michael Porter Jr. because Michael Porter Jr. is a scorer. Ben Simmons is a floor general. He's a defender. Like, it's not the same whatsoever. But I don't know. I don't want to make a huge video talking about how Ben Simmons is not a bust, but for that narrative to be out there, and hopefully people who don't think Ben Simmons is a bust, because in NBA mind or an NBA world, that doesn't really make sense at all. But I want to know how y'all feel about Ben Simmons. Do y'all think Ben Simmons is a bust, or do y'all think like he's just, or do y'all think like me that he's just a disappointment? His career is a disappointment for what he was supposed to be. Y'all let me know down below. Subscribe. What's good, y'all? If y'all made it to the end of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And there's a video right here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it if you like this one. And the channel icon's right there if you want to just check out the channel in general. And yeah, leave a like too, because it really helps the algorithm push me out. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching this video nonetheless.